Hi everybody, I'm Trin Johnson and welcome to Dust in My Eye. Today I want to talk about Derwent Inktense XL blocks. My sister gave me a set of these for Christmas and I've been anxious to open them up, but I wanted to do it on camera so you could open it with me. And it took a while to get to this point, but let's do that now. I do not know where she got them, if she got them online or if she got them through Blick. Those would be my two ideas. I suspect she got them directly from Blick, like in the store, but I could be wrong. Oh, come on. Oh, you know why that was so difficult? Because this part's wrapped in plastic, not the whole thing. Ay, ay, ay. There we go. Oh my, aren't they pretty? Okay. So I do have Inktense pencils and I do have Inktense little paint, little travel kind of set, which I'm probably going to grab, and I'm going to do some swatching of these, and then I am going to paint something with them and see what we can do. I've been watching other people's videos trying to figure out what exactly these do, and I'm still kind of unclear, so I'm going to try and clear that up for me and for you guys. So let's get started. Okay, I'm going to do a little swatching just because I want to see how it works. I know a lot of people have done this, so I'm going to kind of do a real quick version of it. And I just want to see how transparent they are. I want to see how they brush on. And while it is wet, I want to see how they do drawing directly on the paper. I can tell you one thing already, they're messy if you pick them up. So it looks like it's pretty transparent. Nice bright colors. Kind of messy on the fingers. Did what I expected in that if you lay it down and then wet it afterwards, if you wet it, lay it down, and you get that pattern, it's there. You can't wash away that pattern. So if you want texture, that's how you get it. And if you don't want texture, don't draw with them. I'm gonna try a quick painting and use these along with the pencils maybe, and I do have the paint too. Which, before I close that up, I have the paint over here, and the colors are similar, but not the same. There's a yellow, an orange, red. It does not have this nice fuchsia in the paint. It definitely has the blue. It has a dark blue, but it is not that kind of a blue. Not like a sodalite blue. There's a black, no white in this. And the green, that might be like this green. So interesting. I do have the set of the pencils, the 24 set, but I did go to Blick and get supplemental pencils, and I ended up taking it out of the packaging underneath so I could fit more pencils in here. I also took out, there's one that is not, this is like a drawing pencil, and I took that one out too, because that was not important to having in here. So I have now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. So one of them I took out, which made it 23, so I added 5 colors. If there were other colors that I thought would help me round this out, I would probably get them, but it's kind of confusing because they don't really look all that different, is what I found with some of them. So, in fact, I think I bought one twice. I think I have another one downstairs. But anyway, I do really like playing with these. So we might add some of this and make it a little graphic kind of at the end. I'm going to try on this Arches, or Arch, basically 4" by 10" paper. I am down to my last 2 or 3 of them, but I'm going to set that up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I know it is winter, but I think I'm going to do a fall scene because I think that will be more fun with all these bright colors. And I'm just going to do a real loose sketch here of what I'm thinking. Where I think these will be the most useful is in laying down big washes, because you could get a big brush on them. So I also want the ability to mix, so I'm going to squeeze this in here somehow. Okay. Because they're such bright colors. So let me start with the blue. And let me tone it down. It's kind of a cobalt color. I'm going to tone it down with a little of the Payne's Gray kind of color. Try to get the shadow off the paper. Now this is not going to work exactly like watercolor because it's an ink, and inks tend to dry permanent, and they're vibrant though. At least that has been my experience with the Inktense paint and pencils. Now, I'm going to just remove some of that while it's still wet. Some fluffy cloud. All right. And let's use this mustardy color, this kind of green. Mustardy green. And a little olive green. And I am going to get my hill in here. And at the top of the hill, I'm going to add just a little more of that Payne's Gray into my green mixture. And get the back hill. I like the way that looks, so let's give this one a little wash of it too. Okay. I want to keep this to my left so that I'm not trying to paint over the lip of it, but it's awkward to have the paint colors on the wrong side from where my right hand goes. But I think it'll be easier for you to see and for me to work. So that one. Okay, now let's see. Let's get some fall in here. I'm gonna move back a season. Because that gives me the biggest opportunity to play with all the colors in the crayon box. Starting with the lightest first. What I like to do maybe get that a little muted out. little orange. Oops. Now I am using a cold pressed paper, so that is definitely going to have an effect on the colors and how they lay down. I would think they would do really well on cold pressed on hot pressed paper. I don't paint on hot pressed paper very often though. Knock that red back a little bit with the orange. Try and get a little bit of a spring green kind of. There's always just a little bit of that left. Now I know it kind of depends on where you live, but we always have pine trees. White pine, spruce, mixed in with our deciduous trees. So I think I'm going to just drop in some here and there. Will worry about most of the shadow with the pencils, but I'm going to just do a little bit. some pine trees back there. Maybe a little bit of something else going on. Okay. A little too blue. A little more green. I like that. Add a little of that in here. Okay. I want a fence. I think that's pretty good. It's really dark brown. Okay, so let's get out the pencils. The paint is nice, but there's such tiny little things to put a brush into, and the big XL things allow you to really get in there with a brush and really get a lot of color onto your brush. I'm trying to find a charcoal gray that might be handy. What I want is a brownish. Work. Sounds good. Okay, I just dipped it in water because I really like to use these that way. Let's try charcoal gray because, for one thing, it's got a nicer point on it right now. Okay. Back to my pretty colors. Well, not real pretty colors, I guess. More the brown and green kind of variety. Add a little bright to that. The color I want. Hold on. Hold the bowl. I would like to suggest off. I like that better. Needed it to balance. Oh, now's the tricky part, do I think? Just hint at some cows maybe out in the distance. Oh, by the head, tree line. Okay. All in all, I think they pretty much do what any paint would do. They picked up more than I thought they would. I was able to lift some cloud-like light in the sky where I was going to put the trees down. They're very, very vibrant. So that's kind of, I think, that, and the ability to be able to pick up a large amount of paint are the big pros of this set. The cons are the same cons that there would be with any ink related thing versus watercolor. It's just more permanent, which can be really good, and it can be really kind of tricky. But I think that all in all, they were very nice to work with and a lot of fun. More shadows here. That's what I want. I want the fence to have a shadow. Trees line has kind of a shadow thing going on, so I think our fence should too, a little bit. All right, well, not, the most wonderful of wonderful paintings, but it gave me a chance to test it out and see how it works. So I think they're kind of fun. And I would probably try and experiment more with them in conjunction with the pencils. I think that could be fun, given the right subject matter. I might be able to figure out how to make it work for a winter scene. I just thought this would be more fun today because we could use more colors from the box. If you got anything of value out of this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more from my channel, hit the subscribe button. I have hit 1,000 subscribers today, so I'm very excited about that. And if you'd like to be notified of future videos, hit that cute little bell. can also check out my Etsy shop where I have prints of my artwork along with originals and some cute little monsters for sale and some little metal tins and all sorts of fun stuff. So please check that out. And until next time, thanks so much for watching.